Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Breaking. I'm kind of excited about this. It's a little longer than I should on a Tuesday night, but it's an hour and 43 minutes. John Boyega is in it though, from Star Wars, which is fantastic. Ooh, Connie Britton's in it. Donovan's in it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people in it too, as I keep scrolling here and finding a lot of these cool people in it. Anyway, 6.5 on IMDb. Surprisingly, only 1,142 people rated it so far. So very low amount of people. It's about a gentleman who, faces mental and emotional trauma, if you will, or challenges as he tries to reintegrate himself back. He's a soldier. He's trying to come back to civilian life and faces, PTSD. I don't know that. I'm just making that up. But I mean, mental issues, which you see more and more of. And big fan, obviously. If you've seen anything else, I'm a big fan of our military, big fan of our police, all those people who protect us and allow me to sit here and judge movies and judge the rich for making these films. But anyway, big fan of that. So when I like to see those things, but it's always tough to see something about the struggles of it. You think about they're heroes, they're soldiers, they're everything that they do for us. I know it's a movie, but I'm excited to see it, although leery in a sense too. So, I don't know. I know I'm all over the place, but let's get into it. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Breaking. We're at the 53-minute, 40-second mark. Not a whole lot to tell right now. Essentially, John Boyega is he was discharged from, I think, the Marines, well, from the military, right? And he has some disability. And essentially, something happened with his disability check, and they're saying he's not getting it for whatever reason. He still owes money or something along those lines. And because of that, he has no money to survive. He has 2 jobs, but he's unable to, he's kind of homeless, separated from his daughter, kind of stuff, really in a bad way. But ultimately, he ends up holding up a bank, and he's kind of he's got some people hostage in a bank, and this is how all the story is being told. How we're doing flashbacks and more in-depth look into John Boyega's character and how he got to be where he is. And that's really where we are. Obviously the authorities are outside trying to figure out how to make this stop. He's inside with a couple of hostages, and he reaches out to a news station. That's where Connie Britt comes in. She's kind of in the news, and he's starting to share his story with her. So that's it. That's all we got so far. So we'll see where it goes. I've found myself on my phone a little bit more than I was hoping. So I'm really going to try and refocus and see what happens. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Breaking, and I have to say I'm slightly perturbed. Angry, if you will. One of the things I failed to mention in both the start and the check-in was this is based on a true story. So, I mean, that just elevates my interest so much. And, I get the fact that, the military really struggles. Soldiers coming back struggle with mental illness of all different kinds, all different sorts. And there's many other movies out there like this one. And a lot of them are based on true stories, like this one. Now, I told you the whole plot line. And really, it all takes place with him in the bank. It's, pretty much the whole movie, right? And him and the hostages, and there's some back and forth between him and people outside. And I was trying to try and find the right words to describe it. And I want to say empty. It's just, I think there's so much there that for some reason didn't draw me in. Films can do that. They can draw you in, and you went all different kind of. Donovan was in it. I wanted to mention that too. And Kenneth Williams. I'm just going to read them off. No, but I mean, there was a lot of good other actors in this. But I mean, I think movies can draw you in, and it's up to them to make that happen. And in a story like this, you know, outside of my own personal beliefs, I wanted to be invested into this movie, right? So I really wanted the, you know, and I don't think the audience would be pulled in, and I think that's maybe why the scores are low, because it's a decent plot line based on a true story, and very important and relevant in our time, and there's nothing wrong with the acting. It's not engaging enough. It's like I like John Boyega, I like his character, but not enough. You know what I mean? I'm forcing myself to care for him. And I really think that we should have been like, wow, I'm on this guy's side, you know what I mean? I want to go in there and be in the bank with him or whatever. I want to do whatever he wants to do. And I think other people should have been drawn into that as well. And not just the audience, but the outside characters, the hostages, all that kind of stuff. I really think like that would have made it more intense, at least for us. I didn't have that feeling for John's character. You know, I wasn't gripped enough in this one. And I think you can be. And I think that, I don't know how you do it. Obviously, I have no idea. But people know how to do it to me. Because there's times where I'm watching a movie and it's not even that good. But I'm invested and I'm believing. And, you know, I'm rooting. And all that kind of stuff. I even think, like, I want to say The Negotiator. So, one negotiator, they have this conversation, small conversation, and it's very limited. So there's not a lot of depth there, but you want that. I mean, in the post scene, or you know, after the dramatic climax, you see a little bit more of the emotional tie to all of this, but that's after the fact. You want to see that emotional tie early and often. Or maybe not early, but you want to see it develop and feel it. Like The Negotiator, I felt that there could have been a little bit more of a connection between them. And while there were words that connect them, maybe even a little bit of action, the emotion or the way I felt didn't connect it. I didn't think that they were connected at all, and maybe that's the point, but I think there's that opportunity to bring in our emotions into it a little bit more, and that was just missed in this film. That's what I think. Still good film, like I said, relevant and interesting to watch, but they missed something. And empty was the only thing I could feel. It just felt empty to me. They didn't, you know. So there you go. That's what I got. I don't know how that void gets filled or what the magic is. Again, I don't know if it's writing or the directing or the acting. I don't think it's the producing now that I know what they do. So, I mean, still check it out and maybe see if you get drawn into this. And if you do, great. I think it's a great story to be drawn into. One of the things I always love in a true story, or one of the things I always look for, is pictures and comments at the end. We get both of those, so I like that. So bonus for that, but I don't know. I think there's more story there. I mean, even Connie Britt's side of the thing. And when we first checked in, he was talking to her, and there's a lot of backstory there, and then there's a little piece after with Connie Britt, but that's it. You know, and maybe they're making. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know what the true story was, and maybe they were embellishing a little bit here and there. That doesn't matter to me as the viewer. I still want to feel for him, or this is just an empty story. So, whew, apologize. I wanted it to be higher, and it wasn't. Ugh. So, alright, that's it. Hopefully I was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.